bring in Rich Eisen, the great host from the NFL Network. Did a great job at the Combine. And Richie Rich joins us now. Rich, how are you?
DP, how was Sochi?
Sochi.
How was Sochi?
How
was it?
Do you know the scene in Argo at the very end when they're on the plane?
That was you.
That was me. I kept saying, yeah, take off! Take off! Fly,
that is
fly.
funny. That is funny. Did you say hi to your boy Eddie Snowden for me? Did you say hey?
I did not. I looked for him. I couldn't find him.
You couldn't find him?
I did see Maria Sharapova.
Oh.
Wow.
Isn't it Sharapova?
It could be whatever she wants me to call her. Spectacular, Rich.
Really?
In person? Yeah, spectacular.
As advertised. I remember she was part of the U.S. Open scene when I was covering it for the good people at CBS.
Yeah.
Back from 03 to 05.
Yeah.
And she was talented.
Yes.
Very talented.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to get to the breaking news here?
What's the breaking news?
Don't act like you don't know.
What is the breaking news, Dan?
Your 40-yard dash.
What is breaking about it, other than the fact that I broke 6 seconds 2 days ago? So I don't understand what breaking news there could possibly be on this thing.
Well, we timed it.
Oh, don't hate. Congratulate, Dan.
No, my job is to investigate.
Don't hate. Congratulate.
Investigate.
No. What's to investigate?
I just wanted to know if it was real. I was proud.
Of course it's real. Of course it's real. Mike Mayock is the one with the timer in his hand. Do you?
It's pilot error.
Have you met Mike Mayock?
Yes, and it's pilot error. I don't think that this was a conspiracy theory to have you run a sub-6. I hated to see it.
But Dan, it's the truth. Okay. I don't understand why you're hating on it.
I'm not. I want to celebrate. My God, I want to celebrate
this. Dan, do you know what a vine is? Do you know what that is?
Yes, I do.
Okay. A vine is exactly 6 seconds in length. The NFL started the vine when I started. I left the frame by the end of the vine.
Okay.
So that's a timer right there in itself. We simulcam myself against myself.
Yeah.
Which I thought was...
That's weird.
This is the first time I've ever said that on any medium, by the way. And it was the fastest one. That eye in the sky doesn't lie.
Okay, hold on here.
Okay.
Fritzy, who do you have?
Mike Mayock is joining us on this matter.
Oh, no.
Okay. Mike...
I know that laugh.
I rarely question
I sat next to that laugh for 4 days.
Mike, I rarely question. But I have to say, I think it's pilot error here. I think it was a quick twitch muscle. Rich ran a 6.1 40.
And where did you get that from, Dan?
That's right.
We put the clock on it. I timed it. We have the video. We put the clock on it. And Mike, do you stand by your time?
All I can tell you is there was one official watch on that run.
Exactly.
And 598 is the number.
That's it. Attaboy, Mike Mayock.
That's a non-denial denial.
That is not it. That's Dan, accept, embrace.
Hey, Dan.
Yeah, Mike.
At the Combine, in the spirit of the Combine, every curmudgeony old coach sits there with his stopwatch, and he could care less what the electronic or official time says. Only one time matters, and in this particular instance, Rich Eisen was in the best shape of his life.
Thank you.
He didn't eat any chocolate. I was stunned up in the booth. He's down a few pounds, and at the end of the day, 598, we're done.
I know you're talking to coaches. You have to go. You just popped on for a moment, but thank you, Mike. We appreciate you validating.
Dan, I'm really happy I could clear that up.
Okay.
Yeah. It's exactly what he wanted to be doing.
Yes,
spending his
absolutely. This is important. Thank you, Mike. That's the great Mike Mayock from the NFL Network.
He's grinding tape right now, Dan, and very few things will get him out of grinding tape.
I think Fritzy woke him up. I think so.
Well, he grinds tape in his sleep.
All right, your favorite moment from the Combine was what?
Oh, gosh. My favorite moment from the Combine, I just like it when people run fast. I thought Dree Archer, a kid from Kent State, going out there and darn near challenging Chris Johnson.
That's
4.24.
Archer, who had a great junior year, did not have a great senior year, but that kid can fly.
And I just love seeing players from small schools step out on a Combine field and shine. That's what it's about. That's what I think. I sit there and wonder why people enjoy the combine and watching the combine. It's 7 hours and Saturday, 8 hours Sunday, and then over and over again. It's just repetitive. It's the same thing. I think it's two things. It's one, that everybody is 0-0, their teams need somebody, and you can sit there and play armchair general manager, taking a look at these kids and saying that my team should draft this person. And then it's young players that you've never seen on Saturday before, because that's one thing that the NFL has in its draft process that's better than any other, certainly in the NBA, is you could be rooting for your team and hope your team gets somebody in the draft, and all of a sudden it's some polysyllabic Latvian you've never heard of before. Where here, it's somebody that you see on Saturday. That said, then you get somebody that you've hardly ever heard of before just shine out. So I really enjoyed seeing that.
He's Rich Eisen. Is your phone ringing?
That's me. That's Mayock calling me right now.
Oh, yes, okay.
Saying, why did you have Dan Patrick call?
Rich Eisen ran a 6'1" at the Combine.
That is so
Dan Patrick show.
False. And
5'9"
and a little bit sad, man. It really is that one of your colleagues and good friends does something that's a personal best, and you try and drag it down.
Do you want to race?
Sure. Absolutely.
What do you want to race for?
When?
Yeah, when? And
I don't know. You name it. I'll do it. Sure.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Right.
See, this is what this is about. It's making you part of this process. You understand where we're going here?
No.
Why can't you just allow somebody else?
I can.
The spotlight.
If you ran...
it's about you. Your I-team found this out. You have investigated. You want to race.
Rich.
This is what it's about.
Rich, I'm competitive.
I noticed that.
I want a piece of you.
I noticed that the third day on the job, Dan, back in 1996.
Yes,
I noticed that.
Yes. I apologize that I'm this competitive. And why am I whispering? I don't know.
I don't know.
Okay.
You're the Jordan of what you do.
Yes.
Of what we do.
I thought the Manziel criticism is now evolving into it's personal. Like there's a personal feel to this. Instead of just assessing Manziel, I got Barry Switzer calling him an arrogant bleep and then calling the most talented quarterback he's ever seen in college football history. But did it feel personal towards Manziel or Jadeveon Clowney?
This is the chicken coming home to roost, and the chicken is this. It's the chicken who had that situation, whatever you want to call it, at the Manning passing camp. It's the chicken who was supposedly, allegedly signing autographs at a bowl game when he had enough money in his entire lifetime to not have to do something like that for new rims on a Mercedes. It's the guy who shows up on campus at the University of Texas and has his picture tweeted and Instagrammed everywhere. It's the guy who's on TMZ Sports coming out of a club in Los Angeles just a few weeks ago. That's this chicken coming home to roost. And that's what happens in the talent evaluation portion of the NFL calendars. Everything gets magnified. Clowney goes from 12 sacks to 3 sacks. He doesn't work out on the field in the drills. So that's something, another box checked about the work ethic situation. That's what we're going to have magnified over the next, 68 days or so.
But why was there a fascination that Clowney ran this fast when Clowney has run this fast? That all of a sudden you get to the combine, you run in shorts, and we look at you differently as a football player.
Well, it's the spotlight aspect of it.
It's silly, though. You got so many amateurs who are assessing this, it's an inexact science. But all of a sudden, Houston's got to take Jadeveon Clowney. He ran a 4.540. I go, I don't give a damn how fast you run. What do you do with your speed?
Well, I mean,
That's all.
Part of it is, again, it's the spotlight that people are now sitting and watching this thing. This event is really only 10 years old in terms of it being televised. And then it's also something that's always happened. Mike Mamula is a perfect example.
Yeah.
You take a look at the guys that Al Davis drafted in latter years, just because they ran fast. Darius Hayward-Bay. I mean, the list can go on and on here. So, people are always in the NFL blown away by a fast time. But with Clowney, everybody's got to figure out, what beats inside. Does he really, would he just accept a payday and that be that? If Houston takes him, though, stick him in a meeting room with J.J. Watt, and I think everything would be fine. And you think of it, too, if Houston takes Clowney, that would be a major domino to tumble for various reasons in the draft.
I don't see it happening.
Well, the Rams are sitting there at 2, which would mean every quarterback would be available, and the Rams have said that Bradford's their guy. And then you've got 3 quarterback-needy teams right after the Rams in Cleveland, Jacksonville, and Oakland. So if you're a team that falls in love with Manziel or Bridgewater or Bortles, you may want to trade up to the Rams there. That would be huge. So but if you don't see the Texans taking him, then who do you see them taking?
Well, I don't know who a Bill O'Brien quarterback is, but if I'm Jacksonville, I need Johnny Manziel. He's the only
fill seats and win games.
Yeah. It's we're not a good team, and we'll bring him in. We can cater our offense to him. We're interesting. We're relevant. Out of everybody else, they need Johnny Manziel more than anybody else. Cleveland, I could see that, but I wanted Cleveland to go all in on RG3, and you see how that turned out. But Manziel with Jacksonville, I see it. I don't know what Bill O'Brien wants as a quarterback. I would think it would be Bortles or Bridgewater would be his style of quarterback. But here's the thing. I think teams are afraid to pass up Manziel and Jadeveon Clowney and afraid to take Manziel and Clowney.
That's because there's no Luck or RG3 that's sitting out there. There's no like surefire, got to take him, can't pass up, potential lifetime talent out there. That said, though, there are so many talented guys that, from what I saw at the Combine, the first 10, 12 teams in this draft is going to get a very talented football player. The 3 offensive tackles that are at the top of people's draft boards are better than the 3 tackles in many people's minds that went in the first 4 picks last year. The 3 quarterbacks that are available in this year's draft at the top of the draft clearly have a higher ceiling than anybody who was taken in last year's first 40 picks in last year's draft. Then you've got Sammy Watkins, you've got Clowney. Mayock is probably bothered him from watching tape of Khalil Mack, who he loves.
He loves him, yeah.
So, I mean, I think I just named 9 players to you right there. And then you could just keep going with some of these defensive backs that we saw on Tuesday, too.
He runs a 5.98 40-yard dash.
Thank you, Dan.
He's Rich Eisen. He's the host of NFL Game Day Morning, the Rich Eisen podcast on the NFL Network. Good to visit with you. I'll see you at the draft.
I hope to see you before then, DP.
All right, buddy.
All right,
thanks, Rich. Rich Eisen. Still ran a 6.140.